Beijing, the owner of car with plate number 3136FB. Please proceed to parking area. Beijing, the owner of car with plate number 3136FB. Please proceed to the parking area.
The Banana Court in Las Piñas is our battleground for our 8th game, and we headline 16 and under matchup between Mindoro and Leyte as we continue the live coverage of the country's premier youth basketball league, the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. And for our games today, again, first set was between Leyte and San Pedro, second set Dasmariñas versus Quezon, and the third set Mindoro going up against Leyte, playing already for the second time today, once again in Banana Court in Las Piñas City. So good evening, everybody. The name is Cho Pangilinan, covering the reaction still with famous sports writer Sir Ray Hoble and with our courtside reporter Miss Richie Sangalang. So good evening to you, Sir Ray.
Hi, good evening, Cho, and it's nice to have you here with us. Again.
Yes, talking about our game for today, itong Mindoro currently at the 7th place, middle of the pack. Kalaban naman nila Leyte, top part of the rankings at the 3rd place.
And then so far, Cho, no, both of these teams are coming off tightly fought matches. No, makikita natin, no, the reason why nanalo yung Mindoro, it is because of the number of the turnovers they have created against sa team na kalaban nila, which is Dasmariñas. They won even though they shot only below 40% in that game, but they were able to translate those 31 turnovers to 40 points coming off turnovers against Dasmariñas. And during that game, Cho, no, ang ganda na ipinakita ni John Prince Katapang with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals.
So hoping that itong si Katapang, his efforts will be enough to give Mindoro once more the win. Pero unfortunately, ito namang Leyte losing against the San Pedro Spartans. Kanina lang yan umaga, Sir Ray.
Oo, kanina nga, natalo sila rito against the Spartans because of yung steadiness na itong from San Pedro. Maganda yung pinakita nila, no? 52 points in the paint as against 46 dito sa Leyte, and then second chance points 22-12. And maganda rin ang pinakita rito. Dito naman sa side ng Leyte, bright spot nila rito si Nixon Cabanero with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and 1 steal.
So hopefully, ang efforts ni Cabanero will be enough to carry Leyte into a win. Lalo na 3rd place pa sila, and of course, they want a higher positioning, lalo na coming to the playoffs. Pero now, let's waste no time further. Let's turn over now to Mr. Denzel Santiago for the start of our ballgame.
Excitement continues here in Banana Court, Las Piñas City, as we bring you the continuation of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. The basketball action continues between the 16 under of Mindoro Berbets and Leyte Churros. We are live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. And now it's time to meet the starters from your Mindoro Berbets. Guard number 5, John Crisar Dalisay. Also guard number 1, Lance Villalobos. Forward number 25, Clarence Novales. Also forward number 7, Jimwell Hawak. Playing center number 13, Prince Scott Sapong. Head coach of Mindoro Berbets, Boy Villalobos. Assisted by Glenn Villalobos, Jonard Bakatsagay. Team manager Ivan Nokov, Bong Berberabe. And now it's time to meet the starters from your Leyte Holmes. Guard number 2, Orwell Caballero. Also guard number 81, Lauren Abencinco. Forward number 18, Lasinke Botson. Also forward number 23, Zachary Valenzuela. Playing center number 29, Gab Adriel Casso. Head coach of Leyte Holmes, Chris Demasa. Team manager, Erica Casso. Our games officials for today's match.
Our Doride Bola ng Pinoy team starters for Leyte at the guards, Caballero and Cinco. Forwards, Bathan and Valenzuela. And at the man in the middle, Castro. For Mindoro, Dalisay Villalobos at the guards, Novales Hawak at the forwards, and Katapang for the man at the middle. Once again, 16 and under division on your way. And a quick recap, itong Mindoro, 7th place in the middle of the pack, winning against Dasmariñas Don Pacundo Hoops. And they won because of their points of turnovers, tallying a total of 40. Ito namang Leyte Holmes, unfortunately losing a while ago in the morning against the San Pedro Spartans, but still they're 3rd in the rankings, so nothing to panic about.
Yeah.
The first attempt of the ball game won't go in for Leyte Holmes Tiger Cubs, as Mindoro has a chance to put the first blood.
Nabanggit nga natin kanina, Cho, no? Natalo itong Leyte. That is the first loss for them in the tournament, no? And you don't want to go back-to-back losses in a day, diba? Ayaw mo mangyari yan.
And definitely they would want to end their journey today on a good note, pero ito namang Mindoro, obviously papahirapan sila as they get the first bucket of the game. So here comes Leyte, a chance to respond. Basket and one, courtesy of number 29, Gab Castro.
And Gab Castro, a familiar name of course, is the son of former PBA player Rizal Castro.
For Pound Fitness, foul counted move for their first bucket of the ball game. The big guy putting it in, Gab Castro.
Alam mo na kagad na mukhang sentro rin ang lalaruin nito habang papunta ng college, no? Just like his dad.
And converts that shot into a 3-point play. So we have a deadlock.
So a 3-point shot at the other end and a 3-point play here for Leyte.
Meanwhile,
yeah,
both offense and defense is this guy working on, Gab Castro. Let's take another look on this erasure coming from Gab Castro. But a chance for Mindoro to bounce back. They fire from deep and won't go in. They get it back though, and the fadeaway is good, courtesy of Jimuel Hawak. So it's 5-3, Mindoro up top.
Early double, no? Ginagawa nila and a turnover.
And the attack, 2 more points, courtesy of Dalisay.
Dalisay, the recipient do sa turnover na yon and the conversion.
Valenzuela will miss that, but Gab Castro quick to pick up the basketball and will draw a foul. 2 more freebies for the big guy.
Gab Castro is so big against his opponents dito and using his size advantage to the hill.
So it's a 4-point lead for Mindoro. But Gab Castro, first freebie is no good for him. He's averaging close to 3 points per game, but is playing almost 17 minutes rather per game.
So binibigyan talaga ng kumpiyansa, no? Ito si Gab Castro. Na I remember in another league, they made it the finals dun sa national level, but lost to I believe it's against Caloocan, no?
Yeah, and obviously he does have that size. So kahit wala siyang gawin, you know, his mere presence provides intimidation. But as of right now, they try to attack Bathan. tough contact, pero that'll be another trip to the line. 2 more freebies coming up this time. It's Dustin Bathan. So it's 7-4. Dustin Bathan averaging 11 points per game this season so far. In 18 minutes of action, that first freebie goes in for him.
Ito ng mga Mindoro team natin dito, no? Sa makikita natin, hindi naman sila underman. Kamukha nung mas senior counterparts sila kanina, no? Yung kanilang mga senior teammates.
Dustin Bathan will go 2 out of 2. Cutting to lead to just 1 for the Mindoro Berbets. As they have possession, Mindoro finding someone inside the basket, and 1 courtesy of John Prince Katapang.
Oh, they were able to break that press, and that was the recipient became Katapang. No?
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move for this guy, who, by the way, made our All-Star game this coming Sunday. Actually, that's tomorrow. John Prince Katapang, part of the South All-Stars in the 16 and under division. And of course, his teammate as well, Lance Villalobos, who is an All-Star starter. So make sure to stay tuned. And this guy as well, Andol Cabanero, handling the basketball to represent Leyte tomorrow for our Manny Pacquiao's first ever junior MPBL All-Star. So make sure to stay tuned with that. Meanwhile, Cabanero sends it out. Bathan from deep. That is short. Cinco grabs it. They fight for the basketball, but Cinco ends up with a shot. So it's now a 2-point lead for Mindoro. And they will get the ball. The attack, the hop. Villalobos won't go for him. Dalisay. What a move coming from Dalisay to get 2 points.
The smallest guy on the floor with a heady play.
Meanwhile, though, Andol Cabanero lighting it up from deep.
He's been doing that, no? Ito si Cabanero.
The All-Star cutting the lead to just 1 for Mindoro. And a steal by Bathan. Cabanero, though, will lose. So here comes Mindoro. 1-point lead for them. It's Katapang, baseline drive, no good, good defense coming from Cinco. And still won't go, but they get it back. Another try, basket, and 1. John Prince Katapang.
With another courageous move, no? To si Katapang this time around. Another 3-point play in the offing.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move. His second and 1 in this ball game. And so far already has 7 points to his name. A chance to make it 7. Rather, a chance to make it 8. And more importantly, a chance to give Mindoro a 2-possession lead. And he does. It's 15-11 right now. Cabanero brings the basketball down. Andol Cabanero. They swing it around. The attack, the stop. And that won't go in, but Cabanero grabs it. Leyte still has it, but not that time. Good defense.
No?
And they lose the leather. Good interior defense, and able to convert on the fast break is Dalisay.
This guy, Dalisay, has been the pesky defender, no? Si Cabanero binabantayan niya rito. Kung kanina, si De La Luna binabantayan ng mas malalaking defenders, this time around naman, baliktad, no? Mas maliit na defender but mas pesky.
But that's another foul going to be called on Mindoro, as that'll be their final foul to give in this first period. As let's take another look on this breakaway coming from John Krishnan Dalisay. So far a 6-point lead for the Mindoro Berbets. As free throws going to be awarded for Roy Balage. Or rather, that is Allen Negado. First one was no good. Second one is in, 1 out of 2 for Negado. 5-point lead for Mindoro. Here they come. Setting up the offense is Dalisay. Katapang receiving it, back to Dalisay up top. Caballero looking to guard him. But here comes Mindoro. That's out of bounds. Possession staying with them. In a Nature Spring timeout, going to be called by Leyte Homes, as they're currently down by 5. Under 5 minutes remaining in our first chapter.
Second to the last game of the day, kasama pa rin natin ang Homes Leyte and Mindoro Berbets, one planning to bounce back from a loss and one planning to bag another win. Para sa coaches namin ito dahil sila ang nagdala sa amin dito. This is what John Prince Katapang of Mindoro Berbets said nang matanong ko sila kung sino at kanino nila dinededicate ang kanilang mga laro. John added na madami silang binago sa kanilang play kaya confident siya na mas gagalingan pa ng team ang kanilang performance para maging okay ang kanilang standings. Back to you, Shaw and Ray.
Thank you very much, Richie, for that very colorful report. And indeed, I want to give my props to Mr. Katapang for giving his credit to his coaches na tama naman talaga, has played a big role in putting Mindoro where they are right now.
Except during that inbound play where they committed a turnover, a 14-second violation rather. But nevertheless, it's so nice for Katapang to pay tribute to the coaches. That much credit should be given to them to where they are right now. It is because of the coaches. Hindi madali ang trabaho ng coaches, di ba? While nakikita natin parate, kapag nananalo yung team, yung mga players, the coaches take the blame pag natatalo naman.
Definitely not the easiest job in the world. That's why we have to give credit to our coaches. Lalo na ito, you're coaching kids. So yung pressure mas malaki because you're trying to mold minds.
Yeah, even pag dribble, ituturo mo pa rito at this level
So right now, no good from Negado. Caballero tried to fight for the rebound pero itong Mindoro very aggressive. Hawak sends it out. Mindoro trying to set up the offense. Bugayong sends it to the wing. They fire from deep, and that won't make it. And on the run is Cruz. Sends it to the corner. Thought about the 3, but Mindoro able to nab a steal. The drop pass, the attack, and one more time, that is John Prince Katapang.
And then makikita natin dito, mas agresibo yung Mindoro talaga sa pag-force ng turnovers
So it's a 7-point lead now for the Berbets.
And you know what, Cho, mukhang ito nga nagiging trademark talaga ng Mindoro. Remember, during their previous game, 40 points coming off turnovers yung na-translate nila of the 31 na-commit nung kanilang kalaban, which is the Marinas.
Definitely. So if you're gonna do your homework, you know how to stop itong Mindoro, and that's by improving your transition defense. Pero as of right now, Caballero a chance to minimize the lead, but he will miss that first freebie. And this guy, Andwell Nixon Caballero, averaging close to 15 per game, along with 4 boards and 2 dimes and 23 minutes of action. Is of course an all-star that will be playing tomorrow. But right now, a 7-point lead for Mindoro. They swing it around the arc. Hawak fading away, foiled that time. Cinco sends it to Caballero. All the way for 2.
Cinco Caballero na yan. Familiar din yung backcourt combination na yan. It has worked wonders sa isang tournament na kanilang nilaruan that led them to the finals.
That is a miss coming from Katapang. And a rebound by Lawrence Cinco. He brings it down, sends it to Cruz. He attacks, drops it. But they will lose the leather, Katapang. Will also lose it this time, it's Caballero. On the attack, the sidestep. Unable to put
Sayang
one
yun,
in.
no? Ganda nung nifty move to the basket by Caballero. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to convert that shot.
So it's a 5-point lead now for Mindoro, as there's just under 2 minutes remaining in our first period. So looks like Katapang will be taking a seat for the rest of this first period. And Bugayong sends it to Ramirez. They swing it around, almost a steal, but not quite, as Mindoro has 10 seconds to work with. Ramirez sends it inside. Tough shot will go in anyway.
Yeah. Wow, difficult one, no? Kung basket ni Jonathan Masikat. Nag-early double sila doon every time na hawak ni Cinco yung bola.
And probably they're aware that Mr. Cinco is a good ball handler. Same with Nixon Caballero.
Yeah, etong dalawa talaga na to, no? Ito yung deadly backcourt combination of the Tiger Cubs sa 16 under.
Masikat has the leather. Will hand it off. Kudyamat. Nowhere to go. Sends it to the cutting teammate, but unable to put it in. But fortunately for them, possession will go back as Echave steps on the out-of-bounds line. So right now, Kudyamat, baseline inbound. Sends it outside. Mindoro has 1 second. That is a shot clock violation for them. But still, they do have a 7-point lead. 33 seconds remaining in our first period. Cinco.
Time for 2 or 3 more plays here.
That's no good. Echave still won't fall. And now it's Mindoro. But Leyte quick to defend them. Pero Kudyamat, the spin. Kudyamat fades away.
Wow.
What a move. That time coming from Nash Kudyamat.
Nash Kudyamat with a difficult shot.
Meanwhile, Cinco getting fouled. As Mindoro now having a 9-point lead. Let's take another look.
But they are in the penalty chalk, no?
So a chance for Lawrence Cinco to cut the lead. Perhaps a much more manageable one before the start of the second period, as first one is good for Lawrence.
And an opportunity as well for Mindoro to map up a quick play with 3.5 seconds left in the first period.
So 2 out of 2 for Lawrence Cinco as time is running out. Kudyamat. So that's too late.
Yeah, sayang.
And that'll be the end of our quarter. It's 23-16. A 7-point lead on the side of the Mindoro Berbets. We'll return for the start of the second period. And once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Patrick Keman from Valenzuela Classic. Masaya po kasi nasama po ako sa All-Star kasi hindi ko rin po akalain makapasok po ako doon. Ako si Jan.
Back to the action right here. It's 23-16 as the Mindoro Berbets managing a 7-point lead. But for sure, the Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs will make it difficult for them coming into our second period.
And in the first period, Chol, etong Mindoro making its presence felt on the defensive end, forcing several turnovers that led to fast break baskets at the other end.
And indeed, that has been the strength of the Mindoro Berbets. And if you're Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs, you want to exploit that. And of course, you want to find a solution to that strength. As John Katapang already with 8 points leading the charge for the Mindoro Berbets. On the other side naman, Cabanero has 5. So the all-stars of each team leading their ways and doing their best hopefully to give their squads a W.
Especially on the side of Leyte, no? And they want to avoid a double black eye in this day, on this day.
And you know, you have to take that into consideration. There's already the second game in one day on the side of the Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs.
Yeah, but that is something that Mindoro wants to exploit at this time.
But right now, there seems to be a stop at our ball game.
Slippery portion there. And the referees are trying to make sure that the area is already dried up and playable.
So right now, first possession of the second quarter belonging to Mindoro. Bugayong has the leather. It's a pick from his teammate. They pass it around, ends up at the corner. They fire from deep. No good from Nash Kujamat.
And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Cinco.
So right now, first team foul for Leyte in this quarter. Still a 7-point lead for Mindoro. Kujamat, this time it's Bugayong. Going outside, back to Nash Kujamat from deep. Not that time.
Nice play sana, no? Maganda yung execution na yun. Coming off a flex offense.
So that time, fast break being foiled by the Berbets.
Oh,
but that's a bad pass as Leyte grabbing a hold of the leather. They swing it around. Mid-range jumper won't go in for Castro. And a big rebound by the Berbets. Bugayong brings it down. Bugayong sends it out. Quick jumper. Won't fall. They try to get it back, but it's out of bounds. Possession back to Leyte.
and bouncing off to the knee of Masikat.
So this time it's Lawrence Cinco to Bathan. They swing it around. Mid-range jumper, it won't go in. So it's 23-16 still, as no team getting a bucket so far in the last roughly 2 minutes of our second period. So play will stop right here. Mukhang may discussion between the referees and Coach Boy Villalobos. Let's take another look at what exactly happened right there. And itong si Johan Angelo de Guzman on the floor. Seems to have hit the foot na nakaplant sa landing spot niya. And he can't put weight on that left foot. So definitely,
Yeah, indeed.
definitely a bad sign. But then again, we all hope he's okay as he's being carried to the Leyte bench.
Johan Angelo de Guzman.
So it's still 23-16. Again, no team getting a bucket right here. So our referee still trying to figure out what decision they'll make. So still no continuation. Roughly 2 minutes passing by in our second period. Eight minutes and 17 seconds exactly on our second period clock. And mukhang hindi pa rin nagtutuloy. Our referee still taking a look at something on our technical section.
Probably they are trying to look what they're trying to look for if the defender did it intentionally, no? Kasi ang ano nga dun is tumalikod, no? Tumalikod tong player na, was that Wesley Ice Bugayong?
So it's clearly hard to determine if sinadya ba or hindi. But then again, our officials will have a say about that.
Oh, yan na. There's a verdict called, and that is an unsportsmanlike foul because of the landing spot.
Well, I think kahit naman Sir Ray sadya or hindi, he invaded the cylinder
Right.
of the shooter. So perhaps, you know, on the technical side of it, it is indeed an unsportsmanlike foul. So that'll be 2 freebies for the Tiger Cubs. And then one more possession for them.
So he is going to sit for 3 minutes, no?
So taking the freebies will be Leyte's number 8, Derek Lizan, in exchange of si Johan Angelo de Guzman, but he will miss that first free throw. Second one on its way. And we'll go 1 out of 2 and one more possession for Leyte. So 14 seconds to shoot for the Tiger Cubs. Cinco drops it. The big guy attacking. Scoops it up and in. And that is Leyte's number 16, Roy Adrian Balage.
And we thought that it was Castro who is the biggest in the lineup for Leyte. Pero meron pa palang mas malaki, no? And that is number 16, Roy Adrian Balage.
And with that bucket, Balage was able to cut the lead to just 4. But Mindoro having a chance to respond. Kujamat to Bugayong. Back to Kujamat. Fires from deep. He won't hit it. And on the other side.
Oh, wow! That was a nice chase down by Kujamat.
Good defense that time coming from Nash Kujamat.
And normally, Cho, yung offensive player usually, sila yung huling bumababa sa depensa But in the case of Kujamat, ang bilis niyang bumaba sa depensa.
Certainly that has been making wonders for him. But now Kujamat able to grab it, almost losing that one. And will fire from deep, pero tumapak sa linya.
Yeah, caught stepping on the line, and even his coach agreed. No?
So it's still a 4-point lead for Mindoro as Leyte slowly but surely catching up to them. Cinco to Batan, trying to find his teammates inside. Balage, the spin, the attack, and a foul going to be fished by Roy Balage as he's going to the free throw line for 2. So that'll be the second team foul called on Mindoro. And this guy, Roy Balage, so far has 2 points to his name. As first one goes in for him, make that 3 points already. And now let's turn it over to Miss Richie Sanggalang for a report.
Nagkulang kami sa communication at teamwork last game kaya kailangan namin may tiwala sa isa't isa. This is what Anduel Cabanero said nang matanong ko ang kanilang ginawang changes and adjustments coming from a loss kanina against San Pedro. Kulang man ang players nila, naniniwala si Anduel na makakatulong niya si Cinco at Bathan at eventually nga naman ay someone will step up. Let's see how this goes. Cho and Ray.
Thank you very much, Richie, for that report. And you gotta love Anduel Cabanero's mindset. You know, having trust on his teammates to help each other during the times of need.
Yeah, and of course, communication is the key. No, sinasabi nga kanina, nagkaroon sila ng miscommunication. But this time around, they need to communicate better. And of course, more so, they want to avoid losing back-to-back games in a day.
But that time, Gab Castro erasing the shot of Kujamat. Nonetheless, 7 seconds to work with for Mindoro.
We haven't seen John Prince Katapang for quite a stretch now.
Certainly, perhaps part of Coach Boy Villalobos' strategy. But here comes Leyte Sherholmes. Lawrence Cinco up and running. Lawrence Cinco all the way.
One of the better finishers and ball handlers of Leyte. And Cinco delivering the goods.
We're hitting the 5-minute mark of our second period. And so far, Mindoro now only managing a 2-point lead. Let's take another look on this block coming from Gab Castro. And on the other side naman, Lawrence Cinco as Leyte delivering the goods both on offense and defense. So 2-point lead for the Berbets. Outside, Mindoro, 10 seconds at the clock. They swing it around. Now outside, Dalisay has it, sends it inside. Good passing, but won't end up with a shot. Good defense from Castro. And Lawrence Cinco receiving it from Cabanero on the run. Puts one up, puts one in.
And Lawrence Cinco taking matters into his own hands. The past two sequences, siya yung nakashoot doon para sa koponan ng Leyte.
Katapang back in the ball game. Attacks. Unable to put a shot against Balage, but they get it back. Dalisay has it. Masikat attacking once again, but will draw a foul. The second team foul of Leyte in this our second period.
And so far, Cho, no, if I'm not mistaken, Mindoro has scored only 2 points in this quarter.
Yes, you are not mistaken, as Leyte outscoring them so far 7-2. And we have a deadlock at 25. Almost a steal. Dalisay though will recover. Villalobos from deep. Won't make it. But this time, Cinco able to grab a hold of the leather. Anduel Cabanero almost losing it.
Oh yeah, turnover there.
So helter-skelter basketball and a couple of sequences for both teams.
And this time, yung turnover na yun ng Leyte was an unforced one, no?
So we see Manabat and Cabanero exchanging some words, perhaps communicating to each other better. Certainly, sabi nga ni Cabanero, that has been an issue. But right now, no good from deep. That was Dalisay attempting. Still a deadlock at 25. Cinco attacking.
Oh, wow.
Cinco. Last minute pass, no good from Manabat. Castro try to get it back, but it's out of bounds. Possession going back to the Berbets.
But you've got to love the handles na pinapakita ron ni Cinco, no? Kanina, was able to elude 3 defenders, in fact. No? One is pressuring him, and the other one, he was able to split the double team.
Villalobos, part of our all-star game tomorrow. Now Dalisay up top. Dalisay sends it to the corner. They attack. Drop pass to Masikat. That's good for 2 points.
And the Katapang had the presence of mind to drop it up to Masikat at the last second.
So Mindoro breaking the deadlock with a 2-point lead. Nowhere to go. Cabanero Cinco has it right now. Cinco drops it. No good from Castro. Still no good.
There's going to be a loose ball foul there.
So Balage drawing that foul. So both teams now at 3 team fouls as there's over a minute remaining in our second period. Meanwhile, let's take a look on that last minute drop pass from Katapang to Masikat. As Masikat earning himself a trip to the bench. Meanwhile, Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs with a possession right here, has 14 to work with. So that's another whistle. Possession staying with them, 13 seconds. Caballero, baseline inbound, sends it out. They fire from deep. That won't hit. They fight for the rebound, but Mindoro gets a hold of the leather.
Oh, nice pass there. Oh, and
A sorry miss that
sorry
time.
miss by Katapang.
Pero Villalobos recovers it. They fire from deep and still won't go in for the Berbets. 2-point lead so far for Mindoro. Caballero attacks. Caballero. Traveling violation called on him. So the Mindoro Berbets calling a timeout right here as they're leading by 2. 33 seconds remaining in our second period.
Kinati from Nigawayan, Bulacan. Next 8 po sa All-Star Game kasi first time po. First time po sa MPBL ng All-Star Game at nakasali po ako. Kasi minsan lang po. Wala, like,
Back to the action right here. 2-point lead only for Mindoro as they have a chance to extend it. They fire from deep and still won't hit. Caballero quick to go to the other side. Anduel Caballero steps on the brakes. Sends it to the other side. They have 15 seconds. Castro won't go in for him. Gets it back and puts it in.
Time for one more play.
Another deadlock at 27. Won't go in for Kujamat. Last 1 second. Katapang. Last second shot is good. And what hustle showcased by John Prince Katapang.
A last second snatch there.
And more importantly, to give themselves a 2-point lead heading into halftime. Let's take another look. Fast hands coming from John Prince Katapang, an all-star that will be playing tomorrow. And that'll be it for our first half, 29-27. The Mindoro Berbets on top of this one, at least so far. And we'll return for the start of the second half. Once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
To play basketball lang talaga kasi feeling ko that's what we're here to do naman talaga. And of course, have fun. Kasi bihira lang naman talaga. Like, who would have thought na gagawang Junior MPBL ng All-Star Game? My strategy is the most just have fun, make friends with them, make the best out of it since this is a rare opportunity. Of course, I'm gonna work harder than ever, work on my game, and since we're gonna try to win, I'm gonna prepare myself mentally and physically for the All-Star Game on August 25.
kilala ko naman yung mga ibang players. So, nakausap ko din sila. So, prepare na lang ako ng individual ko. Just communicate. And then, just keep working on my games, do the stuff that I usually do in practice. And just make friends, I guess.
gagawin ko na lang, magka-adjust na ako sa kanila. Siyempre, bagong team, kailangan din mag-adjust para makuha din namin panat.
May pag-band na po sa mga ibang teammates ko para magkaroon po kami ng chemistry since medyo meron naman po ako makakita na sa akin.
Preparation ko lang po ay magsaya lang po at gawin ko lang po ang mga kinakaya ko para sa larong All-Star Game.
Mag-ensayo na mag-ensayo.
Siyempre, depensa muna bago offense. paghihirapan po ulit sa magte-training po. At kung ano man, sino po yung magiging kampi ko, makikinig na lang po ako sa kanila. And makikiteammates na lang po kahit di pa ako magkakakilala. And magpo-focus na lang ako sa game. Please watch the All-Star game and please continue to support Junior MPBL and of course Makabagong San Juan Mighty Warriors.
Manood po kayo and sumuporta sa August 25, Junior MPBL All-Star Game.
Game in MPBL, August 25, it's on a Sunday. Come show some love and support. Thank you.
Okay guys, sa Junior MPBL All-Stars sa August 25 sa Sunday, gaganapin siya sa Piñas na Leyte. Ayun lang guys. Nood kayo, kita-kits.
Watch our All-Star Games, MPBL Junior Basketball League, and hopefully you all come there and show some love and support.
Manood po kayo sa August 25, All-Star ng Junior MPBL. Supportahan niyo po ang Junior MPBL. Sana marami pong manood.
Sabitan niyo po kami sa All-Star Game dito sa Junior MPBL and sa Piñas.
Watch and support the Junior MPBL All-Star Game August 25 in Piñas.
Watch and support us in this upcoming MPBL All-Star Game.
Please support po yung upcoming All-Star Game in Junior MPBL. At syempre, supportan niyo po ako at mga kampi ko sa paparating na All-Star Game.
Invite ko po yung mga friends ko and also my teammates to watch the game and also my parents to watch the game.
And at the half, it's 29-27, a 2-point gap being handled by the Mindoro Berbets against a tough opponent in the Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs. And certainly a close game we're having right now, as there's still an eternity of basketball left to be played to decide who will go home with a W.
Cho, nakita naman natin dito, no, very close yung ating field goal percentage. 35% para sa Mindoro and 32% naman para rito sa Leyte. And rebounding, same thing. It's so close, 22-20, and that's the reason why 2 points lang ang pinoprotektahan dito ng Mindoro over Leyte. It's anybody's game. So, nakita natin na wala namang team dito na meron talagang clear advantage bukod do sa Mindoro in the early goings when they set the tone early because of the points coming off turnovers.
So definitely again, no team having a clear advantage. And there's still one more half to decide who will go home with a victory. And so far it has been John Prince Katapang with 10 points leading the charge for the Mindoro Berbets. And on the other side, Lawrence Cinco tallying 8 points, the best, at least for now, for his squad, the Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs. And we're just awaiting for the start of our third period, as it looks like the Tiger Cubs shall have first possession of the second half. So Compañero, the one to bring it down. Third quarter on the way. Compañero being harassed, sends it out, Bathan from deep, gets it to go! Dustin Bathan registering from downtown.
And I think, Cho, this is the first taste of the lead for Leyte.
And definitely will want to answer back is Nash Kudiamat.
Kudiamat immediately. And for about 5 seconds, Leyte was able to grab the upper hand, but not for long with Kudiamat responding with a triple.
So is that a sign of better things to come from Mindoro? And looks like it is. The Lisay all the way!
Beating everybody in the foot race was the Lisay, coming off a steal and a bucket at the other end.
And now a double possession lead for the Mindoro Berbets. Bathan though will escape for 2 with that impressive cut and pass coming from Compañero.
All 5 points in the third period from Bathan.
Dalisay sends it to the wing. Kudiamat from deep.
Oh!
Bullseye! Second three-pointer in this third quarter for Nash Kudiamat.
And same spot, no, Cho, no?
Meanwhile, Compañero looking to answer back, and he does!
And kanina, it has been a defensive battle, but this time around, it is turning out to be a shootout And these teams kept on trading baskets at this time.
Looks like there was a different vibe during that halftime break. But what a pass right there from Dalisay to John Prince Katapang. And both teams on a different kind of role right now, as Mindoro able to give themselves a double possession 4-point lead. A nature spring timeout going to be called. Let's take a look in this Anduel Caballero big time 3-pointer, but unfortunately got answered back with this Dalisay pass to Katapang. We shall return.
Communication is the key, ngunit parang nahihirapan ulit ang Sure Homes Leyte. Coach, communication is the key, ngunit parang nahihirapan ulit ang Sure Homes Leyte. Coach Chris De Mata again emphasized the importance of teamwork and communication, saying, hindi tayo mananalo pag magkakanya-kanya kayo. May magbago kaya sa play ng Leyte in the second half? Cho and Ray.
Thank you very much, Richie, for that report. And indeed, cliche as it may sound, communication and teamwork are, you know, the founding components of a good team.
Yeah, and immediately, Cho, nakita natin doon yung sense of urgency ng Leyte to win. Nagtumawag kagad sila ng timeout, no?
But it seems like they will have to level up their defense as Nash Kudiamat escaping for 2 more points. Meanwhile, Dustin Batan, one more try, gets it to go!
And this guy has really stepped up his game in the third period. 8 points so far in this period alone.
He cuts the lead to just 3 for Mindoro. Dalisay has the leather, pulls for 1. Won't go, rebound right here by Cruz. And here comes Anduel Caballero. Sends it outside. Batan once again sends it out to Caballero from deep. Gets it to go one more time.
Looks like that is the communication needed by Leyte. And this too has been communicating so well, si Batan at saka si Caballero in the backcourt.
41. We have a deadlock right here. Kudiamat from deep. Unable to hit it. They get it back though, but no good on that putback attempt. But Mindoro keeping it alive. Kudiamat one more time. Still won't go for him. As finally possession going to Leyte Sure Homes Tiger Cubs. Again, we have a deadlock at 41.
And what a game we're seeing so far, no? Yung sinasabi natin na no, game of spurts, no? And so far, talagang nakikita natin in this game.
Anduel Caballero sends it to Batan. Now it's at the corner.
Oh, that is literally patay ang butike, no? In a local parlance.
And not the best shot that time coming from Leyte's number 11, De Mata. Meanwhile, Dalisay has it. Oh, he loses the leather. Good defense that time from Leyte as Batan unable to finish for 2. Kudiamat quick to bring it down. Hands it off to Dalisay. Another handoff. And 2 points on the break for Leyte. That is Jaico Almendral contributing 2 points for his squad.
And then he was able to put that one up with a pump fake, you know, getting his man up in the air before converting. As we see a 3-point shot again from Caballero, the go-ahead basket for Leyte.
Anduel Caballero looking like his older brother with a barrage of threes recently. Make that a 1-point lead for Leyte.
Oh,
risky pass
wow.
Inside.
That was a dangerous pass there by Dalisay. And there was a collision there.
It seems like Dustin Batane hit his head on that hardwood. Let's take another look on what exactly happened. So the Lisay having the leather, quickly passing it inside, but si Dustin Batan attempting to intercept the passing lanes and unfortunately hit his head on the hardwood.
And he's been playing so well in this quarter, no?
Exactly, pero mukhang itatayo na lang na yan.
Pagpag lang.
Exactly. Actually, could have been worse. Good thing, yung ulo, Sir Ri, medyo sturdy part yan ng katawan natin eh.
Yeah. And we've seen that in the previous week, di ba? There was one player who hit his head as well when we were covering to sa bahay ni Jawo, right?
So definitely things could be worse. Pero mukhang iuupo muna ni Coach Chris Demata itong si Batan just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe. Yes.
Pero hindi rin naman biro yung pinalit niya with Lawrence Cinco on the floor. So right now Cinco has the ball. He attacks Lawrence Cinco.
And Lawrence Cinco came in well rested because of the sa magandang performance ni Batan. And immediately attacking the defense of Mindoro, drawing a foul in the process.
So Lawrence Cinco, a chance to extend the lead for Leyte and a chance to put himself in double figures. Already 8 points at this point. First one on the way for Cinco. It goes in for him. Second one on its way. Leyte now up by 2. Cinco's free throw. He will go one out of 2 as Novales grabs the board for Mindoro. And on the other side,
and there's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
So a quick sequence right there. So again, we're not exactly sure what happened, but our referees having eagle eyes. So let's see on this slow-mo replay what exactly happened. So again, we're not entirely sure. Then again, our referees having a better vantage point.
Yeah, tsaka may tawag eh. Diba na, ayun. There was a hit at the back of the head. Galing dito kay Almendahal. Is it, tama ba? Yeah. Almendral. Oh, number 4.
So our referees talking with Coach Boy Villalobos of Mindoro to clarify some things. So we're still awaiting for the final decision, and it looks like the unsportsmanlike foul will be indeed pushed through, as this is latest number 23 Zachary Valenzuela taking some freebies. First one is good for him.
Valenzuela is another big guy, no? Para rito sa kupunan ng Leyte.
And Leyte does indeed have a surplus of big guys, as Valenzuela will go 2 out of 2. And another possession coming in for Leyte. So it's already a 4-point lead for them, a chance to extend it even further. The attack, Cruz tried to drop it, pero a steal right here. The Lisay, high pass. Good defense from Cinco to interrupt the passing lanes. And possession going to Leyte Sherhomes.
And looks like, Cho, yung ginawang early timeout ng coaching staff ng Leyte is panning out in this game. No? Mukhang nagkakaroon sila ng more semblance offensively.
And Cinco getting surprised as he's called for a violation, turning the ball over to Mindoro Berbets.
Well, was it a dribbling violation?
Nonetheless, it's a turnover. And Mindoro will have a chance to minimize the lead. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Calling up a play is the Lisay. And that's a foul going to be called on Leyte, their first only of this third period. So ball going back to Mindoro. They have 14 seconds on the clock. Katapang. Now it's Dalisay. As Katapang looking to provide the pick. Katapang providing the pick finally.
Oh, yeah.
And gets the pass. What a play from Mindoro, but
Sayang.
fumbled on
Ganda,
that
no?
shot. Cinco brings it down. Cinco stepping on the brakes. Will use the pick from Castro. Cruz at the corner being swarmed. Cruz
Doubled up in the corner.
nowhere to go.
And a double dribble violation called against Cruz.
And good stop on the side of Mindoro, forcing that turnover.
Yeah, when they saw that Cruz was at the corner, they put the pressure and doubled him up.
And more impressively, itong Mindoro able to put the bucket and cut the lead to just 2 for Leyte. Caballero to Cinco. He fires from deep. He won't hit as Hawak grabs the board. And good save from him as Katapang on the other side. Another fumble for them. Valenzona sends it to Cinco. Cinco losing it but picked up by Castro. Now it's Caballero. He fires one. In and out on that shot. And the hustle coming from Valenzona.
Yeah.
And Caballero this time, another send out. Valenzona as Leyte continuing to miss, but they keep it alive. And still won't go in for them. Mindoro right now only trailing by 2. Dalisay, low pass. Katapang goes for 2 points.
Kahit mababa pa yan, kayang yumuko ni Katapang.
But Caballero!
Oh, wow!
Crazy move!
I thought that Katapang is going to reject the shot, but nevertheless, ito si Caballero, so creative, diba? Suspending himself in midair.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move as Caballero goes in for a fearless drive and more importantly, will try to give his team a 3-point lead. Bonus freebie, unable to hit for Caballero. And big time rebound from Bugayong. Gives it to Dalisay. Mindoro quick. Bugayong. Rather that was Dalisay missing the shot. So here goes Leyte. Bugayong intercepts the passing lanes. Sends it to Dalisay. Back to Bugayong. Back to Dalisay. They fire from deep. And that is short. A wrestling match for the basketball.
Nobody wanted to give up the basketball.
It's 49-47 after that and one play coming from Caballero. But looks like possession staying with Mindoro. 12 seconds to work with for them. Shot clock is off. Bugayong the one to find his teammates from the baseline. But a timeout first going to be called by Coach Boy Villalobos as the Mindoro Berbets trailing just by 2, but they do have a possession, the final possession hopefully of this third period as a Nature Spring timeout going to be called once again. We shall return. Back to the ball game right here for the last 12 seconds of our third period. 49-47, Leyte on top.
Oh,
Knockout play by
Yeah.
Mindoro to tie the ball game up at 49. Last 5 seconds. And a foul going to be given up by Mindoro.
they're all over the limit, no?
Exactly, so not the best decision for them as Valenzona a chance to give his squad the lead heading into the final quarter.
When Coach Villalobos shoot for time, you know that they're going to work on a quick shot, and they did. But unfortunately, at the other end, they were able to give up a foul, and that sent Valenzona to the line.
So Zachary Valenzona, first one is good for him. Second one on its way. 4 seconds on the clock remaining. He will go 1 out of 2. Rebound by Katapang. Dalisay on a rush. Dalisay, the Hail Mary. Won't go in for him. And that'll be it for our first 3 quarters. It's 50-49. Leyte hanging on to just a 1-point lead. And we still have 1 more quarter to go to decide who will be going home with a W. And we'll return for the start of the 4th quarter. Once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Supportan niyo po sa North na All-Star MPBL 16
Come and watch Junior MPBL All-Star Game with us.
Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Back to the action right here for the start of our 4th and final period. Once again, this battle is between the Leyte Sherholmes Tiger Cubs and the Mindoro Berbets. 50-49, only a 1-point gap being handled by Leyte. And safe to say, Sir Ray, we have a close game ahead of us.
Yes, yes, indeed, and it is an exciting battle so far.
And Cinco not wasting any time. First 2 points of the 4th quarter belonging to Leyte. So again, Leyte currently at the 3rd place of the standings. Ito namang Mindoro, good for the 7th spot. So parehas na team pasok so far in our playoffs. And definitely may pinaglalaban ang parehas na koponan na to. So Mindoro will get another possession after that sequence. 14 seconds to work with for them. Nash Kudiamat, the one to find his teammates from the baseline.
Diamond formation for Mindoro, leading to a Kudiamat jumper.
That is in and out for Kudiamat. Meanwhile, Lorenz Cinco escaping for 2.
The 2 quick baskets for Cinco, giving his team a 5-point lead.
So a 2-possession game right here. Meanwhile, Dalisay from the bullseye.
This guy
Interrupted. Cinco recovering, attacking, unable to put one in, but Castro and one.
And Castro not giving up on the play.
And Cabanero loving that big guy action. As Gab Castro a chance to make this a 3-point play with this pound-for-pound fitness foul counted move.
Naabutan mo ba si Rizal? Hindi, no? But of course, his dad played for FEU and won multiple championships while playing for the Tamaraws. Then coached by Koy Banal.
Unfortunately, hindi ko naabutan yun, Sir Ray. Pero ako, I'm thankful na naabutan ko itong si Gab Castro, yung anak niya. So right now, Leyte up by 5 after a 3-point play coming from Mr. Castro. Dalisay handling the leather. Dalisay rises up for 3. Unable to hit it. Battling for the boards. As Valenzona keeping it safe. Andwell Cabanero. Bat hand from deep. Gets it to go!
And he is not done yet.
Justin Batan with 13 points to his name.
Wala yung untog kanina sa sahig, no? And this is the largest lead so far for Leyte at 8.
Mindoro a chance to respond. Katapang will respond with a quick 2.
Matapang yung response na yun, di Katapang.
Meanwhile, no good that time, but Castro.
Another cleanup job for Castro.
And Castro providing that hustle for his squad as the lead is back to 8. Dalisay handing it off to Katapang. Katapang, no good on that attack. Caballero quick to get the basketball. And Cinco, no defender inside for 2. And with that, Leyte now leading by double digits, 10 to be exact. And Coach Boy Villalobos, no choice but to call a nature spring timeout. Less than 7 minutes remaining. As let's take a look in this clean-up job coming from Gab Castro. And we shall return after this nature spring timeout. Back to the action right here. 6 minutes 57 seconds remaining in our fourth period. Leyte on a roll right here, giving themselves a 10-point lead. So right now, good defense from Caballero, but Mindoro still have it.
Don't be deceived by the score. But we were so close for 3 quarters until that big burst by Leyte in the early goings of the quarter.
Cinco has the leather being swarmed by the white shirts. Meanwhile, Valenzona from deep. Bullseye!
Wow. That was a backbreaker. And for a few seconds, Mindoro was playing good defense.
But Mindoro continuing to fight. As Batan, no good on that attack.
Hey.
Castro, another cleanup job for him.
He owns it. He owns the middle, si Castro.
And Castro providing intimidation inside the paint. It's back to a 10-point lead. Dalisay attacks. Dalisay, crazy shot, goes in anyway.
Yeah, going strong to the basket, to his strong side, which is the left side.
Caballero. Leyte up by 8. Hands it off to Cinco.
And here comes the double.
Caballero sends it to Valenzona. Mid-range jumper won't go in for him. And here goes Dalisay and Mindoro. They've cut the lead to just single digits. Dalisay sends it out. Good passing from the Berbets, but they have 8 seconds to work with. All the way from Mindoro, but that won't go in.
And good defense there by Leyte, preventing any penetrations there for Mindoro.
So over 5 minutes remaining in our fourth and final period. Leyte up by just 8. High pass and good interception from Jimwell Hawak.
And you could sense yung gagawin talaga ng Mindoro was to double up kung sino man yung ball carrier, either si Caballero or si Cinco.
Meanwhile, Dustin Batan settles for a mid-range jumper. Won't go in. Rebound by Kudiamat. And now it's Dalisay slicing the defense, but that is erased by Castro.
The big guy was waiting for him.
Valenzona on the other side. Unable to put one in, but will earn himself a trip to the free throw line. So 2 freebies coming up for Zachary Valenzona. Able to hit a big time 3-pointer earlier. and a chance to put themselves in double digits once again as first one going in for Zachary Valenzuela.
Si Zachary kanina, backbreaker yung binigay niya dito, no? But throughout the game, he's been providing the dirty job para rito sa koponan ng Leyte.
And that's what you love for Leyte. All the instruments, all the tools, they have it as Cabanero showcasing good hustle job. And ito naman si Castro completing a fast break play.
Both ends of the floor. Etong si Castro has been doing it so well.
And right now, an 11-point lead for Leyte. They're in a good position. Pero itong Mindoro, should they press the panic button just yet?
They need to settle down a bit itong koponan ng Mindoro, particularly on the offensive end. Kasi they have realized that only 4 minutes are remaining in this game and they need to rush things.
Again, it's an 11-point lead for Leyte. Kudiamat has the leather. Sends it to the corner.
Ayun.
Basket and one. What a play coming from the Mindoro. Berbets has that play.
This time around, Cho, no, very patient sila doon sa kanilang opensa. They swing the ball to the corner and then decided to drop it off to Kudiamat at the last minute, picking up a foul and a conversion at the process.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move. That is Jonathan James Masikat. A chance to make it a 3-point play and more importantly, able to trim this lead to just single digits.
Masikat with a completion there, a 3-point play.
And we're back to within 8. Bathan, nowhere to go. Being double teamed. Bathan attacking. Bathan being erased by Masikat.
3 guys collapsing on Batan in that play.
So 10 seconds to work with. Inside.
Kicking violation, yeah. It's going to be reset to 14.
So Cinco still the one to bring it out. Baseline inbound. Cinco finds Bathan. He fires from deep. Bullseye!
Wow. Oh!
And quick to steal the basketball and 2 more points for Loren Cinco.
Wow. What a time for Mindoro to collapse. And ito namang Leyte, it's like they're sensing blood and they continue to pounce on against Mindoro.
And here's Dustin Bathan adding salt to the wound. Leyte now with a 13-point lead. Dalisay calling up a pick. Dalisay fires from deep. Won't hit anything. But Katapang, good hustle on his side. But 2 freebies coming up for him after a foul.
At this point, Cho, dito pumapasok yung frustrations especially sa team na naghahabol, knowing that you are in a race against time, diba? Hindi lang do sa deficit, but also sa oras. And with 3 minutes and 12, and you are down by 12, and talagang ang gagawin mo talaga, conscious effort mo is to get the best shot available
Meanwhile, Cinco stops, sends it outside. Bathan one more time. Bang!
Yeah. This guy is playing with no conscience. I'm speaking about Batan.
Meanwhile, Kudiamat quick to answer back. But there's still a mountain ahead of Mindoro. They're still down by 12. Kudiamat harassing Bathan. Now it's Cabanero losing the leather. Mindoro leveling up their defense. Dalisay, high pass. Kudiamat attacking. Kudiamat, not that time. Masikat still won't go for Mindoro. And high pass to Cabanero. That was from Cinco.
Yeah.
And Mindoro in a tight situation right here. They're down by 14. Kudiamat short on that attempt. And quick to get the basketball was Batan. Drop pass. And possession going back to Mindoro as last touched by Anduel Caballero. Mindoro will have to work miracles right here. Down by 14, last 2 minutes in our fourth period. Dalisay against Caballero, this time against Valenzuela. Dalisay, the pick from his teammate. Dalisay drops it to Katapang, and that's good for 2. It's down to 12. Cinco attacks. Cinco drops it to Castro, and no one was picking up Castro that time. Kudiamat, Mindoro pressing already on the panic button as Kudiamat airballs that 3.
So many good performances here on the side of Leyte. And it's going to be hard for us to choose the best player of the game if ever they win.
Lead back to 14. Over a minute remaining. Cinco escapes Dalisay. Cinco.
Oh.
Fishes for a foul. So that's going to be 2 more free throws for this guy. Lawrence Cinco already having 13 points, 4 boards, and 6 dimes.
How many points did Batan score at this time?
Batan already has 19 points, along with 2 boards and 5 dimes. Not to mention Caballero having 18 and Castro having 17 and also 10 boards. So an overall team effort on the side of the Tiger Cubs. And it's actually the same thing for Mindoro as Dalisay, Katapang, and Kudiamat having double figures. Basket and 1 though, this time for John Krishnan Dalisay. Although they are trailing by 14 and under a minute remaining. So still a mountain to climb on the side of Mindoro. But you know what they say, never say never. So far, Dalisay has 19 points. They get it back. No good from Katapang. And that rebound is secured. Although Valenzuela seems to have turned the ball over. Another chance for Mindoro to minimize the lead. Again, they're down by 14. So that's still a bunch. Kudiamat sends it out. Dalisay. Not wasting any time. Pulls up for 3. Gets it to go. So it's just down to 11 right now.
But time is not on their side, Cho.
Exactly, time is not their friend right now. As Cinco able to fish for a foul. So that's the last foul to give for Mindoro. 41 seconds remaining, 19 seconds to shoot. Let's take another look on this big-time three-pointer coming from John Krishnan Dalisay. But then again, they're trailing still by double digits. Caballero out to Valenzuela. Hands it off to Anduel Caballero. Kudiamat picking him up. The pick from Castro. Caballero losing the leather. And Kudiamat quick to bring it down. Kudiamat, tough shot. Goes in for him anyway. So Mindoro on a roll right now, but it's still a 9-point lead for Leyte.
And time is running out. Oh, backcourt violation.
So a tough turnover for Batan as Mindoro another chance to minimize the lead.
17.9 seconds. Mathematically possible but highly improbable.
But, you know, with the way Mindoro has been playing during the past few seconds, you know, for them it's never say never.
Yeah. There's no quit in this team. Itong Mindoro team na to.
And not to mention this guy, the all-star, or one of the all-stars of this team, John Prince Katapang going to the line. A chance to cut the lead to 7. As first one goes in. So far, John Prince Katapang having 22 points, including that first freebie. Second one on its way. Good for 23 points. And more importantly, it's down to 7.
They need a stop here.
However, that's a successful pass, but
a turnover from Valenzuela.
exactly, a traveling violation called. So the breaks of the game going to the side of Mindoro.
Only 4 seconds were chopped down in that sequence.
So the basketball gods favoring Mindoro. But then again, Leyte managing a 7-point lead. 13.2 seconds remaining. A Nature Spring timeout going to be called right here.
Possibly the last timeout of Coach Villalobos.
Again, it's never say never for the Mindoro Berbets as they're holding on to this one. And Leyte, again, still having that 7-point lead. 13.2 seconds remaining. It looks like we will hang on to our coverage right here. And Mindoro, Coach Boy Villalobos discussing things over. And let's see what they have in mind for this play. So Dalisay, Katapang, and Kudyamat, their best 3 guys on the floor, including Masikat. Dalisay sends it to Kudyamat. Kudyamat attacks. Looks like they will opt for 2. But that won't go in. Another try. That goes in. 5 seconds remaining. 5-point lead for Leyte. Coach Chris Demata calling for a timeout as Leyte is still up by 5. Still a 2-possession game, but Mindoro so far on a roll right here. 5.9 seconds remaining. And definitely Leyte will have to take care of business defense-wise. And Leyte also, assuming that Mindoro will foul them, will have to make their free throws.
But
So
the
what-
good thing about that timeout, Cho, is they can advance the ball here to the half court, which will give Mindoro a difficult time of getting the ball back to their court.
Meanwhile, a steal or almost a steal. It looks like it'll be a foul.
Violation.
Oh, violation. But then again, you know, it's a 5-point lead for Leyte. Only 1.4 seconds remaining. Not the best situation for Mindoro. So let's see what they have in mind. Dalisay, they want to bring it out. Being bothered by Andwil Cabanero. So Kudyamat, last second attempt. And that is it for our ball game. It's 85-80. That's our final score as Leyte able to end this day with a 5-point victory. More importantly, improving their records to 4-1.
And a good way for them to bounce back following the loss earlier.
Exactly. So at least kahit papano, they'll go home with a smile. And that is our final score, 85-80. Big time congratulations to Coach Chris Demata, to his coaching staff, and the rest of the Leyte Sherholmes Tiger Cubs.
Marami-rami tayong mga candidates dito, Cho, no? But I'm sure you already have in mind to sino yung best player natin.
Yes, and we have our courtside reporter, Miss Richie Sanggalang, to introduce to us our Don Benito's best player of the game.
17 points and 10 rebounds. Kasama natin ang ating player of the game, Gab Castro from Sherholmes, Leyte. It's been an exciting match. Medyo nahirapan kayo on the first half of the game. Matanong ko lang, ano yung pinaka-driving point or naging inspiration nyo para ipagpatuloy ang panalo na ito?
we just want to win this game and makabawi kasi natalo po kami sa first game po namin this day.
Nanalo kayo sa game na to, sa tingin nyo magtutuloy-tuloy na ito?
Thank you po sa mga sumusuporta po. Thank you po kay God. Tsaka sa mga family ko po, friends, and my teammates and coaches po for giving me this opportunity po.
Also, thank you to Don Benitos for providing a scrumptious Filipino delicacy to our player of the game, Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasaba. Mga kaliga, kasama natin si Gab Castro, our player of the game. Back to you, Cho and Ray.
Thank you very much, Richie, for introducing to us our Don Benitos best player of the game, Gab Castro, tallying 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks, carrying Leyte Homes to a 4-1 record. But coming up, our last game of the day, 14 and under action coming your way. It's still between the Mindoro Berbets and the Leyte Homes Tiger Cubs. Once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Wing Bowl, it's like coming home. Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes,